Can you put the one in front, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, just so you all know, welcome to the final table. We're live streaming this final table. Okay, so I'll be putting a link up on the Facebook group. You can also find it on the APAC YouTube channel. That microphone there will be on, so we'll pick up what you say at the table. You'll also hear us talking back here as well, quietly about you. So not to, but feel free to share if you want any friends to watch. There's the camera up there which catches the overview there, and then we catch the cards on the top. Okay.
Still put the link in?
Sorry, Christine?
Put the link in?
I will put the link. I'm just going to do it now. If I can tag you in on Facebook, I will tag you in so you've got it there.
So good luck, players.
Juhu, Freibier! Darum geht's aber, das ist eine Reizerfein selbst.
That's what I was worried about. I don't want to bust before you've like updated everything. Like,
Such a horrible house.
he's been on the final table. No, he's not.
I know! It's not usual, is it? It's been about 7 years.
I remember back in 1911, like, when I was on the final table. Fine. No, it's free.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. Whatever that is.
Mine.
What do you want?
Fine. Whatever.
One beer?
One beer.
Red Bull, please. Red Bull. Standard button race.
Standard button race.
Okay, in that case. I'm defending call.
Defending goal. It's all standard. It's all standard.
Ungekühlt, wann's geht.
All in.
Ein Bier bitte.
Okay. You all in. Okay. Raise. All in.
How much is it more?
About 40. No, I made that up.
So 20, 30, 35.000.
35. That was close.
I hit the flop.
You hit it.
That's so much out.
Ah, how many outs? Oh, you are too good. Too good.
Yeah, but I think you have the better one.
Yeah, I got another 10 and another 2.
Five jacks.
and the 5 jacks and like another 2 and like an ace. And the low card that doesn't even exist yet. Like, you know.
Pizza.
So, welcome to Vienna. It's day something, but it's a Thursday anyway, that's for sure. And we are at the Concord Car Casino in Wien Simmering, and it's the PLO8 Championship. We are now watching. 8 players remain in this, fighting it out for the WCOP bracelet and gold medal. Seat 1, Ben Burnhill. Seat 2, Warren Brooks. Seat 3, Frank Bailey. In seat 4 is David Eschenmüller. Seat 5, Marcus Polzer. Seat 6 is Gerald Fuchs. Seat 7, Christian Wimke. And in seat 8, Stefan Roder. These guys playing Pot Limit Omaha high-low. I'm just kind of hanging on here, Ben, waiting, hoping someone who might know how to play the game is going to turn up in a minute. I can't see anyone at the table that knows what they're doing, so that's it.
I've won this before,
You see, this is the trouble. So if I'm going to get heckled from Ben Burnhill in seat 1, he's got to remember I'm the one holding the microphone, so this is only going to end one way.
I've won this before.
Yeah. Ben's like trying to point out he has won this. What year was that, Ben? 2 years back, yeah. Couldn't defend your title last year. Took a year off.
I took a break.
The game's changed so much since then. It's not like it was in 2003, is it? Yeah.
Back in the day, these two meant something back then.
I'll just quickly run you through the chip counts. They're provided by Tom Brady, who's lost 80,000 chips at the at this final table, but it's because he's only roughly been counting them. So seat 1, Ben, 45,000. Warren 2, 72,000. Frank in seat 3 has 60,000. David in seat 4, 40,000. Marcus in seat 5, 61,000. Chip leader in seat 6, Gerald with 135,000. Christian in seat 7, with 65,000. And our second chip leader in seat 8, Stefan with 110,000. Cheers, Tom. As I say, those chip counts courtesy of Irish Tom Brady. Any problems with them, please email Tom at couldn'tgiver.com. So blinds are 2,000, 4,000, and 57 entries in this for the pot limit high-low. And we're going to see a flop here of Jack, Deuce, King. And Christian bets out 3,000 after Gerald checked. So that was blind on blind. Deuce Queen 7, and Frank is all in and been called by Stefan, and it's hearts for both. Stefan has the ace of hearts, so that's not going to help. Frank gets there on the river for the flush, ace high flush, and with no low on the board, we are going to lose Frank in 8th place. Very well played to him. So that will probably move Stefan up into the chip lead now. And what Frank didn't want to see was the hearts that Stefan had as well, which kind of put him in a tricky spot. Got there in the end, and we lose Frank in 8th place. So on we go. So blinds 2,000, 4,000. So Stefan in the small blind, Ben in the big blind, and Warren's folded. And we've got a raise from under the gun, which gets through. So David raised it up, and the blinds got out of the way.
Take 5, I need the help. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Queen, Jack, nonsense,
You've got all
rainbow, fantastically, all the options there.
My 7 would have been good.
Yeah, it's like
On we go. Ben's button this time, so Warren in the small blind, David in the big blind, which means we Marcus to act first. Top of his screen. And he folds. Marcus represented Germany the past 2 days in the team event. Round we go to Gerald. And he makes the call. Christian says pot. And so it goes to 18,000. Yep, 18. My maths are right. And the blinds get out of the way. So we're back round to Gerald. Decision on him. He's top right of your screen in the baseball cap. And he's going to fold, and Christian will win that. You might recognise Christian. I think he won an event earlier on this week, but has also represented Germany in the team event in the Worlds before now. Six are getting paid in this event. And the complimentary final table drinks have arrived. I'll have Frank's then, shall I? Yeah. Perks of the commentary booth, yeah. So the as is the custom here, it's free drinks on the final table, but there is an expectation that that the players will tip the valet for bringing the drinks, which I think is only right thing to do. So, on we go. Anyway, it's David's button this time, which is going to be Marcus in the small blind, Gerald in the big blind. So it's already folded, Christian's folded, and Stefan's folded, and Ben Bournehill makes it 10,000. Bottom left of your screen, sorry. Warren gets out the way, as does David in the on the button. Just the blinds to get through. Marcus folds. Gerald has a little look across. And he's going to make the call, so it's going to be 2 players to the flop.
What?
Okay, then thank you.
Board is 7 ace 7, and it checks to Ben. He fires out a bet of about 14,000. Yeah, Ben gives me a nod to say it was exactly 14,000. I know his game so well.
Well, no one ever believes me anyway.
So on we go. Marcus on the button this time. Gerald in the small blind, Christian's big blind, Stefan folded the gun, as does Ben. Warren's out the way as well. Round we go. Just the button and the blinds then. Marcus, decision on him. And he's had a little look, and he's going to... trying to make it sound exciting. Yeah. And he makes it 13,000. And Gerald's going to make the call. Christian folds on the big blind. So 2 players to see a flop again. And it's 7-3-9. A little bit interesting for the low here. And it's a bet of 7,000 from Gerald. And it's been called by Marcus. So we'll see a turn. And it's a 4, so that brings the low hand into play. And Gerald says, I'm effectively all in. Less than a pot size bet. And that's enough for him to win that hand. Nice bit of play from Gerald there, nice and aggressive, which is very much what you need to be in this this game. Warren's raised this up to 11,000. And Gerald effectively, yeah, repots it to, what's he made it, 35. And Warren's going to fold. So we're on the money bubble here now. So the event number 20, this short deck, has just started about 25 minutes ago. 4 tables on the go there. We've got 4 tables of the main day 1C left. The 6 Max is also on its final table. It's actually heads up with Gabby from Italy playing heads up. His wife Dory finished 3rd in that event. You can follow that final table on the blog. Lucy is busy there blogging hand for hand. So if you go on to apat.com/forum and look for the live updates, you'll find all the action from that 6 Max. You'll also find all the action from this this final table. Might not be quite as detailed as the other one because Tom Brady's doing this one. So he's ignoring me because he's the other side of the table to me. So he can't even hear me at his age, can he? To be honest. So it's yeah. Yeah, don't expect quite as detailed a hand analysis as Lucy does, but he's doing his best, bless him. So Ben's small blind, Warren's big blind, folded round to Gerald, who's made the call, and Ben's raised it up from the small blind to 14,000. I have a feeling Gerald will make the call. He does very much. So there'll be 2 players to see the flop again, and here it comes. And it's ace-3 queen, and Ben says pot. And Gerald says I'm all in. Ben says I call. So Gerald's got a pair of 3s, king jack. Ben has pair of aces, king 3. Deuce on the turn. He's not going to help him out of this one. 5 on the river, and we are going to it's going to be enough for Ben. He's going to get a full double up. We're just counting that up now. Both flopped a set. Chips went in. And neither could make a low. So full double up for Ben Bernhill, and puts Gerald back down on about 100,000 now.
The super cooler. 51.
That puts Ben up to just over 100,000 now. So that will make Stefan our chip leader in C8. $31. 51 was the counter what you had left behind, so yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, so Ben's on 130. 1. Just to be accurate, he says don't forget the 1. So right then, so on we go. Ben's button this time. Or Benjamin's button. Oh, I'm sure there's jokes to be done there. There really must be. Let's not go there. Marcus folds, and Gerald, who's been the most aggressive player at this table so far, he is going to pot it up to 18,000. Christian folds, as does everybody else. Round we go. And yep, that's enough. So he doubled Ben up, but very much Gerald is carrying on his aggressive style at this final table.
This is what I'm not paying my APAT bucks for this. Like, you know.
Folding all the way around, just the blinds, top of your screen. David says pot. Decision on Marcus to his left or right as you're looking at it on the screen. And he's going to fold. So for those just joining, don't forget this is the pot limit Omaha high-low final table. Top 6 get paid. 7 players remaining. We lost Frank Bailey. He was first out on this final table. Seat 1 Ben Burnhill, seat 2 Warren Brooks, seat 3 now empty, seat 4 David Eschenmüller, seat 5 Marcus Pulzer, seat 6 is Gerald Fuchs, seat 7 Christian Wimke, and seat 8 is Stefan Roda. I'd say Stefan is probably still the chip leader in seat 8, closely followed by Ben in seat 1. Short stacks at the table are going to be Marcus and Warren, I think. Yeah. Although Warren's got a little stack of the blues, not sure how you can make those out on the screen, but the yellow chips are 1,000 chips and the blues are 5k. So blinds are 3,000, 6,000 at the moment. Average stack is about 81,000. So playing pretty shallow here. But obviously that tends to happen with high-low Omaha. And you get a lot of split pots. Although we haven't really seen much of that so far on the final table. Ben gives a little knowing nod. If that's good knowledge, Lee, that's good knowledge. Yeah. Don't think anyone's being fooled at home, though, Ben. It's okay. You're all right.
I know, it's like, just being at being at the World Poker Series.
So checked all the way down, and Christian's made a bet here on the board of Ace, King, 6, Queen, 6, and Gerald folds.
Talking about whether we should call it doing it averages my spectrum. Have you been there?
So on we go. Gerald's button this time, which means Christian small blind, Stefan big blind, which means it'll be very handsome Ben Burnhill from Scotland to act first under the gun. He folds. Apparently Ben says he's got 7 followers that will all be watching this. Apparently they subscribe, so it's like it's a monthly thing for them. So it's it's folded around. Marcus is not quite going to be all in. And it's a repot from Gerald on the button, and the blinds go the way. I think that's going to be an obvious call, and it is. So it's Marcus with 3 Queen Ace 6, and it's Ace Queen 5 4 for Gerald. And board comes down 9 Jack Ace, another Jack, misses the diamonds, and it's going to be chopped up. Both had aces and jacks with a 9 kicker for the sorry, the queen kicker, should I say, for the high, and no low. And on we go.
Everyone's fucking like replying back to what Lee's saying. I'm just like, my 7 followers. It's like 7 followers, clearly too much. Might be bad, might be good.
So sorry for that. Just one of the dealers was asking what the link was to the stream. Never want to turn away viewers. He's off for a break, so I think he's off to the back to the staff area here to watch the stream. So raise from Warren under the gun. He makes it to 21, and it's been a call by Stefan, and Ben's going to get out of the way. Stefan's in the small blind, so it'll be 2 players to the flop. And the flop is Jack 8-7. Check from Stefan, and it's in it all in from Warren, and it's been called by Stefan. Warren has Ace King Queen 3. It's Ace King 4-3 for Stefan, and the Queen comes on the board, and that's going to scoop for Warren, and he will get a full double up. Just counting that up. So it was 33,000 was what he had behind, plus what was already in the pot. Is going to put Warren up just over 100,000 now. So Warren in seat 2 stacks his chips back up. His new stack of just over 100k. Similar thing to what Ben was doing not that long ago. Oh. It's all happening this side of the table. If you didn't know better, it's because they're nearest the commentator. I think that might have something to do with it. Yeah, very good karma. Yeah, you've got to put up with listening to me, so at least you can do is get some chips. Yeah, it makes it easier for me to see. Yeah. Right then, so on we go. Stefan's button this time. So Ben in the small blind, Warren in the big, David folds, Marcus folds, Jared folds, Christian folds, Stefan folds, blind and blind. Scotland versus England. And it's a raise from Scotland, and England folds very quickly. And Ben scoops that big blind that he was eyeing up. All he wanted was the big blind of an Englishman, and he got it.
We're not going to go down that route, you know.
Was it you may take our big blinds, but you'll never take my freedom?
Trying to keep it civil. We're not going to like rake up old graves and like, you know, go down that route.
It's Ben's button this time, Warren in the small blind, David in the big blind, which means it'll be Marcus to act first. And he's going to fold, as does Gerald. As does Christian and Stefan, so back round again. And it's Warren this time raising it up from the small blind, and David folds.
Came back, it's like 7 followers. Clearly, too much beer, man. That's fine. I'm going to claim at least 8.
So, if any of you following want to subscribe at benburnhill.com. You do own that domain name, Ben, no? Yeah. So we folded all the way around, and Marcus gets a walk. First one at this final table.
I got Burnhill Gmail, but it's like, you know, but it's gonna jump on just like that. That's my goal in life. Like, you know, it's like
To have 7 friends.
just have 7 friends. Well, more than 7 friends. But it's, 7 now. I just need to like jump over that. You know? Oh fuck. But they like all my stuff.
So Christian folds, as does Stefan. Round we get a Ben. Ben folds, as does Warren.
Main or short? No.
Oh no, we're 15.
So blinds 3,000, 6,000. Average stack is still about 80,000. So it'll be Stefan in C8 to act first, and he's going to fold. Ben makes it 15,000. Warren folds. David folds. As does Marcus. As does Gerald. So just the big blind of Christian, and he's going to call. So it'll be 2 players to this flop. And it's Jack, Queen, 9, 2 diamonds, and Christian checks. Ben says 21. And Christian folds. It's very much power play poker from the young Scot there in seat 1.
I haven't even. Did you tag me in it? Have I been tagged? Can I? Right. Okay. Let me just go double check this. I've been tagged.
So Ben's folded, Warren's folded, David's folded. The very polite Marcus, who's liked the post that he's on, is folded as well. Are you not tagged? 2 players to see the flop, and it's Queen 8, 10. Actually, no, I tell a lie. 3 players. Sorry, button and the blinds, and the button Gerald makes it 12,000, and Christian pots it, which is putting him all in actually. So he's all in for about 36, maybe 36,000. Decision back on Gerald, top of his screen in the top right in the baseball cap. He's already committed 12,000. We're just going to get a count exactly what it is. I thought about 36, and it's actually 35. Okay, I was 1,000 out. So he's already committed 12,000. So it's another 23,000 to him. He's playing about 60 68,000. Oh no, actually no, he's got another stack behind there, 88,000 actually. So it's 23,000 for him to make the call, and he's got about 88,000 behind. And the board is Queen 8-10 with 2 clubs, and he decides to fold. And Christian shows a pair of queens face up. And on we'll go. So Joel's there with 88,000, which is just slightly over the average stack. Christian now has got, let's see when he stacks those up. Christian's going to have exactly 65,000. Stefan's playing 82. I think David and Marcus are the shortest stacks here. David's playing 41,000. Marcus has got just shy of 40, about 38 maybe. So folding round, and it's a raise, oh no, it's a call from Gerald, and Christian makes the call as well. Stefan gets out of the way in the small blind, so it's going to be 3 players to the flop. Ben checks on the big blind. It's ace 10-10, and Ben makes it 12,000. And Gerald folds and Christian folds. Neither of them like the ace 10-10. And Ben adds to his stack. Which has got to be about 160. See, I said 160, but apparently it's 163. I am sorry, Ben.
Sorry. Please, small blind.
Oh, there we go.
It's 160.
The blind's now gone in, so it's 160. As I said, Ben, 160. Yeah. Yeah, I was already predicting that he's going to fold this hand. Don't fail me now, Ben. So Christian raises it up to 20,000. Ben now wants to play this hand just to prove me wrong. But he's going to fold, I know he is. There it goes. And Warren folds as well, because I'm always right, so there we go. No, I'm very rarely right, certainly when it comes to commentating on this game. But don't worry, folks, we will get through this somehow, together.
What's a steering group?
Yeah. Yeah. For anyone that got to watch my 6 hours of final table commentary on the horse last year, yeah. It's still on YouTube, I think, yeah. I got to do the triple stud last year as well, which was even worse. Right then. So on we go. They only get me in because I can remember players' names, so it's good from that point of view. So it's Ben in the on the button this time. Warren's small blind, David in the big blind, which will be Marcus to act first. He folds. Gerald folds as well. Round we go to Christian, right hand of your screen, and Christian says a pot and makes it 20,000, and it's going to fold, and he's going to get that through and pick up the blinds. Blinds are still 3,000, 6,000. Say, and this is the money bubble for anyone just joining. 6 players getting played. We've got 7 remaining, and these guys are playing for the event 19 of the World Championships of Amateur Poker, Pot Limit Omaha High-Low Championship. Medals for the top 3: gold, silver, and bronze. And the gold medalist also picks up one of the WCOP bracelets as well.
Was it 12? No, 10, sorry.
The short deck is 10.
Short deck.
Well, I've got till 12, yeah? 6th level. Multi-table, yeah?
Yeah, you are allowed to, but you've just got to
Play the final table.
play final table.
God. First world problems, right? You know.
You could go by.
Yeah, I could buy into it.
So Ben's just setting alarm for when the late reg is for the final event today, which is currently started, which is the short deck. And we've got an all in the call. It's going to be David and Gerald. So David's got ace 7, 2, 3, and it's ace king 6, 4. For Gerald, it's David that's at risk here. 10, 9, ace 5, 6. And I think they're going to chop that up, because the 2-3 is going to play for the low, and it's the ace 6 that plays for the 2 pair for the high. So Gerald gets the high, David gets the low, and they chop that up.
That was fantastic. Bravo, Lee. Marvelous. I was impressed. Like, I'm gonna go back and watch that later to just find out what was happening. Yeah, just wait for the chips to be pushed, and then it's like, and clearly they picked up 3/4. Yeah, it's like, okay.
Aber brauchen wir trotzdem. Ha?
Small stack Klick ist einfach raus.
Stimmt, das war, ich weiß. Gestern gelernt. Ja, aber zumindest einmal im Wort.
So David happy to go there. The ace deuce would have been in a bit of bother if he'd not, if the low hadn't come in for him. But that's the gamble you take, playing the hand with the ace deuce strongly.
Then when the other guy comes along, it's like, ah, crap, I'm actually behind. And then he actually calls one.
24 oder so.
I'm in a bad spot. But then I've got redraws and everything, like, because
Das sind schon 3.
I had the not low, but I had flat low draw, but with the second not low draw as well, and the backup just because. It was not bad for not racing 3, I don't know.
We're creeping round to 11 o'clock in the evening here in Vienna, which is 10 o'clock UK time for all those following the 2 Brits at this final table. So Marcus shoved and Christian folded, showing his hand. So we did start 8-handed here. We lost Frank Bailey very, very early on. Frank, the skipper of the Irish team that's played in the team event for the past 2 days. On this final table, we've got Ben, who represented Scotland in that event. Marcus represented Germany. And Stefan represented Germany. And we also have Christian, who's played for Germany in previous years.
Ja, dann wäre schon teurer gewesen. Also jetzt wäre schon teurer gewesen. Ja, aber ja, man kann ja trotzdem nur auf 21 raisen.
Das andere fehlt auf Rot-Eck.
Ah.
So on we go, next hand. And button is with Christian, so it's folded all the way around to Gerald, who's top of your screen, top right, and he's bet. And we fold around to Ben in seat 1. In the big blind, he folds. So board's King 6-3, 2 spades, and it's Ben and Warren blind on blind. Ben's checked this time, and Warren is all in for 50, 60, 70,000. Ben's playing about 120,000 behind. So decision on him. Ben's bottom left. Warren is to his left. And Ben folds. And Warren shows deuce 5 ace 7. So pretty much the nut low and all the draw action there for the straight. And the blinds are up. Blinds are now 4,000, 8,000. So on we go. Ben's button this time. Warren in the small blind. David in a big blind. It'll be Marcus to act first. And we're still on the money bubble here. And Marcus folds, and Gerald makes the call, and Stefan's going to pot it from seat 8, which is going to be for, what's it going to be? 36. And the others get out of the way. Nice play from Stefan, good spot. It's always a great opportunity when you get a player that limps in to the hand to then repot it over the top. Makes it very difficult for the other players to get involved in the hand then.
something like that. It looks like I am. It's just me. Too many red balls. Hotel bed's not comfortable to sleep as it is. I'm not exactly going to be too keen on. Mind you, win this match in golden time.
I mean, that's what they're relying on. Is like every like main event winner just like every winner goes through next door. You know, it's like. Weird thing, like. The cash table, yeah, that's what the cash tables are, yeah. Aye, I haven't cashed yet, so you know, don't know where the cash tables are. They're next door, right? That's where people keep telling me to go.
Just all in over there.
Gabby in?
I don't know, it's stunned, but.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, let me see your hand there. Sorry.
20,000.
All in the call here. Ben against David. And it's David at risk, ace, king, queen, deuce. And it's ace, deuce, 8, 9 for Ben. And it's 6, 3, 9, 8, 10. Which means Ben is going to take this. So Ben will take the high with the two pair, 8 and 9s. And they both got the ace, deuce for the low. So they will chop the low. So it's 3/4 to Ben. You got all that, Tom, didn't you? Tom Brady's all over this on the blog, guys.
Ah, nice catch up. I guess it's a revenge for the answer.
I mean, I thought I didn't want to bring that up. You know, it's like.
It's okay, you can bring it up.
It wasn't too bad. 2 flush draws and 8,
Yeah.
8, 9.
I blocked the flush
you blocked my flush draw, but like the hindsight flush draw, yeah, you've got that.
Yeah, that's 20, I think. Yeah. Round one.
Are they playing ante?
The 6 bank. Yeah, they are. Right.
Big blind ante?
Half. Yeah, playing big blind.
Is it big blind ante or is it?
I mean, I saw the 9 and I was like,
Of course.
Gabby's already stacking his chips in the boat. He's already deciding what to die in.
The 6 max, Gabby's just had a double up and has left his opponent with a 1k chip. So it's not over, but it pretty much is as good as. I think Gabby is going to be our 6 max champion. They've got it all in. We'll see. He might need a few double ups here. And it is all over, and Gabby is going to be our 6 max champion. And meanwhile on this table, Gerald has gone all in. After a raise from Warren, Warren raised it up to 22,000. And Gerald makes it 80,000 because that's his entire stack. Warren's playing, let's see what he's got there. He's 4 shy of that, so it's going to be 80. Warren's playing about 125,000, so difficult spot for him. And he folds.
Two people with a sample out.
Gonna borrow someone's hat, right? The friends like that, you know.
David is all in for 22,000. You'd kind of think he's going to get a caller here somewhere. Is it going to be Christian in the small blind? It's not. Stefan out of the big blind. Already committed 8,000. But no, he's going to fold. So Gabby's just picking up apparently his 8th World Championship, 8th bracelet, including the team ones. Team ones don't count, Ben. Team ones don't count. Yeah. So yeah. So Warren raises it up. And everyone else folds, just Ben. And Ben folds as well. Warren shows ace, ace, king, 9. Go here, still 7-handed. Still on this money bubble. So what we got going in the room whilst this is playing, 6 max is now finished. We've got still got 4 tables of the main event, day 1C on the go. I can see a number of our Dutch team winners playing that today. Andreas there. Got a nice stack of chips and a duck. And the short deck game is also playing over the other side, which has got 4 tables as well. So David is all in from under the gun, and Christian is all in as well. And we're round, Stefan gets out the way, so we've now got decision on Ben in seat 1. He was the small blind. Just counting at what we've got here, chip-wise. So Christian's all in for about 57,000, and David is all in for 34. So he was all in for 34. Christian was 57. So it's going to be David at risk, and David's got Queen 3, Ace Jack, and it's Ace King 3 7 for Christian. And 5 deuce 5 with a 6 means they're chopping the low, and the ace king will play for the high. So Christian's going to get the 3/4, and David's going to get quartered on that. So David gets quartered, chops the low, and loses out to ace king that plays for the high. So David very much is our short stack here now.
Yeah, cooler hand for this amount of blinds, I guess.
On we go. It's David's big blind here. I've got a funny feeling if anybody bets into him, he's going to have to call. Because he's 8,000 already in and has about 10k chips behind. But it's folded so far. Who's going to have a stab at him? It's Ben on the button. He doesn't. Well, I think Warren will from the small blind. Warren raises it up. And yeah, David says I'm going to make the call. So Warren has 7, 8, 9 jack. And David has 4, 5, 8, 9. So they've both got an 8, 9. 4, 5, 8, 9 is at risk. And it's 7, ace, ace. So that's 2 pair for Warren. And there's no going to be any low in there, which means we are going to lose David in 7th place. Very unlucky to him. Not a lot he could do with that exit hand at all. And really unlucky to actually get quartered against Christian the hand before. And we are going to lose David. So the remaining 6 players are all in the money. As you can tell, they seem really excited about that. I think Ben might have slightly just exaggerated that actual feeling. I haven't told him yet what the min cash is. That might really go for him.
Jim Bowen says a lot of money to the Scotsman.
Yeah, it's true actually. Can you tell me how much is an iron bruise? Like, it's like 55p. Yeah. So if you can tell me an iron bruise.
Right, I've just worked out what the min cash is now in euros. So let's work it back into sterling. So it's going to be about 120, and then into. So I've done the calculation from euros into sterling, and I now just need to do the calculation from sterling into iron brew. It's approximately 220 iron brews. So 140 euros minimum min cash here. Which Ben already sounds completely happy with, to be honest. So on we go then. So it's effectively Warren on the button here, and it's Marcus in the small blind, and Gerald in the big blind, and Christian is going to raise this up from under the gun. Stefan folds, Ben folds. And Warren pots it. And Christian says ICM call and folds, and Warren shows pair of aces with a 3 and a 5.
Oh God!
Jesus. You're not. No.
You've not played a 4-5-6.
No, I didn't play 4, 5, 6. Well, I think I was playing a team of.
So über eine Stunde, glaube ich. Ich glaube, jetzt bald eine Stunde. Länger.
So Stefan Potts under the gun. Blinds are 4,000, 8,000. Ben folds, Warren folds. Round we go to Marcus. And he folds just the blinds to get through. Gerald in the small blind. He's having a little think here. And he says, yeah, pot of which is effectively all in. And they're going to call it so. Gerald has ace 3 4 5, and it's ace deuce 3 10 for Stefan. I think it's Stefan that's at risk here stack wise. It's 9 8 7. So the low is on. Doesn't get there with the low though, which means it's going to be the there's no flush. So the ace 10 is going to play for the high. So yeah, so Stefan's going to scoop the high. There is no low, and it's going to be a double up for Stefan through Gerald.
What a guy. No pressure.
Wie die Page-Jumps sind, weil wir zwei super Shorties haben. Wie die Page-Jumps sind. Weil wir das immer nicht sehen können, weil es immer rechts wegspringt.
We're joined on commentary, but what I'm told is a pot limit Omaha expert in Bernd from Germany. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome. Hello.
So I'll just let you know that we've got remaining players here. They're all in the money now. So blinds are 4,000, 8,000, but they're very shallow stacks here. The yellow chips are 1,000 chips, and the blues are 5,000 chips. In seat 1, we've got Ben from Scotland. Seat 2 is Warren from England. We have Marcus from Germany. Gerald, who I believe is Austrian. Christian from Germany, and Stefan from Germany. So quite a Germany-dominated final table here.
Yeah, that sounds very great. I heard that someone from Austria, a local hero, who have also been participating on that final table, and so that I think is a good result for the German players, or the German-speaking players.
So Gerald is all in, having just doubled up Stefan in seat 8, but gets that through. So obviously the money jumps. It's this minimum cash here is 140 euros. So there's still a little bit of ICM in this, even with a short stack in Omaha High Low.
Well, I don't know how that how there's the leverage for that game. So just let me know. There is just the bubble has just been played.
Yes, it has.
Okay,
Yes.
so now they're in the money.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the min cash? I think
140.
140. Okay.
So it's folding round. Warren folds. We're round to Gerald again, who I think is he's that's an interesting move. So he's just flat called, but he is the shortest, one of the shortest stacks now.
He's the shortest stack, and I think what I'm watching right now, the most aggressive, the most active player.
Which he has been all at this final table.
All over?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So let's take a look at his card and at his action. So here's...
He's all in. He's got two players. It's 9-6-6 on the board. Stefan's going to fold. So is Ben going to find a call here? Ben's going to call. So come in with Ben, because you'll be able to talk me through this better than I will.
So there we've got pair trip sixes.
And hit quads.
That's quad, and so it's all over.
So quads means there won't be a low.
There's no low possible, even not with Jack King and the Jack Ace. So everything went over, and we've got a seat open.
Excellent. So we lose Gerald in 6th place, and we're down to 5 players.
I was thinking like, are he's good here? And then I was like,
Would be harder when the jack comes on the turn and rolls. It's 4-4-6.
went up, yeah?
just come out, yeah.
4 and 8.
Du bist dran, dann bin ich dran.
Nee.
Zieht over 35.
Ah, you're welcome.
Hier ist Corner hier und dann. Good luck.
Daddy is all in. Come on.
So Marcus is decided to go all in. And Warren's going to make the call.
The German player, he's got a low with a low option with 2, 3, 4 and an 8. That's very good low opportunity against 8, 7, 6. But what's with the high? So the low draw came. Looks like a split right now. There we've got no, it's over. We've got the flush with the queen and a 6. And no low, so the German player is out of the tournament, and we still got 4 players left.
We are 4 players left. We are 1 away from our medalists, but they are quite shallow. They're burnt, so it was going to be a case of, you know, it's easy for Warren over there to make that call really, because he's very much priced in with any cards. That fair enough?
Well, I think yes. He's got 3 low cards. He's got a suited cards. So to make a flush, and he made the flush, and no low came for the German player. What was the name? Marcus, I think. Marcus, yes. So I think everything is fine, and it's a seat open for the short stack.
So we are left with a Scottish player, an English player, and 2 Germans.
Makes 1 medal for sure for Germany.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like in the 6 mix a few minutes ago.
Yes.
I need to double up.
We all need to. Like, as a general rule.
German players are in the blinds.
Stack now is about 140,000 with blinds at 4,000, 8,000. So Ben folds, as does Warren. So just the blinds then. Christian against Stefan.
And no one wants to play, so the small blind went to the big blind.
It's all very friendly. They're talking about the hands they've got and why they're not playing.
I was surprised. Short-handed, just 2 players in the hand. So I think I saw 2 low cards. It's definitely a call. Not even a raise, but I think a call would be possible.
So Christian is our short stack. He has about 40,000 chips now.
I have to keep in mind, right? I haven't saw that.
Yeah.
Maybe that was one. Maybe he took that decision because of his short stack.
So Christian has about 40,000, and Stefan has what's that? 120, about 150,000. Ben is now playing 140, 180, 19, nearly 200. Yeah, about 200,000, and Warren is going to be just shy of 200,000. Yeah, 180. There we go. So, yes, it's difficult now for Christian.
Now under the gun, and he has to make the decision. And there he moves all in. I don't know if this is an all in, but it looks like.
I think an aggressive move in this spot is probably the right thing to do. You're not going to sit and hope that the others are going to get too involved to try and ladder.
Next 2 hand sees in the blinds.
Yeah, so Ben is going to call. So Ben will get in and talk us through it. So
there we have a rundown. That's even a good high hand. Ace, suited connector 5, 6, and a 7 is good for high and good for low. So there we've got a low draw and an up and down straight draw, a rep draw. So every 5, 6, 7 and a deuce makes a straight.
3 doesn't help.
and no one came out. So
the
Ace King
Ace
High
King
wins.
plays for a high, and that's it. So we're going to lose Christian in 4th place, which means we now have our final 3 medalists.
Me? Like, come on. It's like, come on.
I don't know.
So the trophies are on the table now, Bernd, so they know what they're playing for now, the medals as well as the bracelet.
Really fast. So I remember maybe 10 minutes ago there were 6 players.
But they were playing very shallow stacks at that point, and
That's
they
the
played
point.
quite a while.
Yes, that's the point.
So Ben folds the button, and Stefan gets a walk first hand.
There we go. That is what we are talking about.
So just so you know, Bernd, Ben in seat 1 has 7 followers following his like this live stream. He said that's the only people he knows. So there's just 7, and I think his mum's included in that 7. Yeah, as well. So
Viewers do we've got in total?
I think it's about 30 or 40 on the stream at the moment. So
That's nice.
which is not bad for what are we now 11:30 on a Thursday night in Vienna.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. It's tomorrow's a working day, so it's fine. Yeah.
It's worth staying up to watch this to a conclusion, but I don't think they want to stay up to watch the short deck that will probably final table at about 3 in the morning, I think.
Well, I don't think that as well.
Yeah. I will be here though. I will be streaming it, so yeah.
Me too, but maybe not in the short deck tournament.
Yeah.
Gotta walk.
So the other little bit of dynamic here, Bernd, is Stefan represented Germany in the team event for the past 2 days, and Ben in seat 1 represented Scotland. So they've played a bit against each other in the past couple of days, know each other's play a little bit. Certainly not, or they might well have done with this game actually, because we did play this game in the team event. So.
You didn't play that, and so I think that doesn't matter in this spot. This is a totally new game, a totally new situation, and so I think that doesn't matter.
So blinds have now gone up to 5,000, 10,000, and Warren has raised it up, and Stefan slams the cards to the ground. Doesn't like those. So that was Marcus, his German teammate from the team event, just wishing him good luck.
So we've got an interesting
Warren
decision.
pops it, yeah.
So there was a raise to 25k from the button.
And Stefan calls.
And a call. So we have to take a look.
The
A
flop.
low is not possible in
So
this
10-5,
spot.
10-5-9 is the flop, and Stefan
So
pops.
but we've got
Warren's
an all in
and
the call.
it's all in the call. So here we go. Warren has got Queen, Jack, Ace, 8, and Stefan has 3, 4, 5, 8. Let's
So
talk us
he
through
has
that.
he has to wait for a flush for Germany. There's the straight. So no low possible. So that's drawing dead, and they're over.
And he misses. And
So
we
no,
are gonna
it
lose,
was
yeah.
not drawing dead.
We're
The
going
club
to
would
lose
help.
Stefan in 3rd place, our bronze medalist. Very well played to him. And we are going to be heads up. So the players are going to take a very, very quick break before they play this heads up. So we will be back on the stream very, very soon.
Heads up, yes. Das war heads up. Last hand.
Yeah, the last time, who won it?
So players have just taken a very short break before we commence this heads up. As you can see on the screen, we lost Frank Bailey. He was first out on this final table. In 7th place was David Eschmuller. In 6th was Gerald Fuchs. In 5 was Marcus Polzer. 4th was Christian Wimke. Picking up the bronze medal, and you just saw exit from the tournament, Stefan Roder, which leaves just Ben Burnhill from Scotland and Warren Brooks from England fighting it out for the bracelet in what is event 19, the Pot Limit Omaha High-Low Championship. The contenders are back. They have a beer each. They've wished each other good luck, and we're going to be game on. We've just done a count up. Warren has 343,000, and Ben has less than that. No, Ben has 240,000. So.
The action continues.
Yeah, Burnt is back. So
Yes.
so Warren has 343,000, and Warren is in the white, yeah, and Ben has 240,000. So not much in it. Blinds are 5,000, 10,000.
Okay, so we've got a first raise on the button and a call, quick call. 50,000 is the pot. We've got a pair on the board and 2 low cards. That could be interesting in a heads-up situation.
Check from Warren. Ben says 40,000.
We've got a bet.
And he calls it. So both of these players are previous World Championship bracelet winners. They've won in previous years. Ben won this event 2 years ago. So the player from Scotland in seat 1. So he won the pot limit high-low 2 years ago.
Then maybe he would be the better expertise in this situation.
Yeah, if he wasn't playing, he could commentate for us.
Would be interesting if he would commentate on his own.
Oh, I'm not sure whether he really knows what he's doing. I'm not convinced. He talks a good game, so. I mean, the thing with Omaha, but is you obviously get 4 cards, so you can quite easily convince yourself that nearly every hand you get dealt is potentially a good hand.
So, but this is not right in Omaha. So you got, so this is what all the players say, or a lot of players say, that nearly every hand is 50% to each other hand, so to every other hand. But it depends on how you can play that hand again on the flop. So if you hit a flop or if you don't hit a flop. So, but the action is on the table.
Yeah.
We've got a raise to 25,000 and a re-raise is announced.
I think he said 40 on top, so that'll make it 65,000. And he's just
got the call.
He's just called. So that will be 130,000 in the middle. There's 580,000 chips in play in total, I think.
It's quite a huge pot. The flop is dealt with just one low card.
And an ace is not necessarily the low card you want to see on the board for a low hand, I guess.
You've got a small bet just from 50k.
Ben says I'm all in.
And all in.
So Warren, left-hand side of your screen as you're watching, has a decision to make. He didn't look very happy with that all in.
If you don't get the nuts in Omaha, then you're never happy to be raised.
He has a very big gulp from his beer. And he's now saying it's a bad bet in the first place. He says I call. He says I call.
So there's a set of queens with a straight draw.
Talk us through it, Ben.
So a 10 would split that pot, but the set of queens is way in front. So no clubs, no
so it
clubs
needs to be
anywhere.
a 10. It's a 10 for a
for a
chop.
tie,
and it's
and
not
it's over.
there, and
it's over.
And we're going to get a count.
So
Are we
at
there?
the beginning
So
of the heads up,
6, 7,
it was
9.
340.
It's really close. I actually think Warren might have some chips back. Just about, yeah. We think Warren's going to have some chips, but not very many at all. Yeah, he's going to have some chips. Yeah.
Come on, Warren. Just like.
So Warren has 77,000, and that will put Ben on just over 500,000.
I think this is now a spot where you just have to almost raise everything.
It's a horrible flop, isn't it? I mean, obviously for Ben, it's such a good flop with the queen, with his queens in the hand. I mean, Warren's hand there of King, Jack, 9. I mean, it looks such a good flop for that hand because you think you've got lots of drawings, but actually it really is just the 10, isn't it? That's gonna help you.
It was just the 10 to tie that pot.
So So Danny from the gold medaling Dutch team just checking. Do they know what game they're playing? Yes, Danny, they definitely do know what game they're playing. That's for sure. So on we go then, Bernd, for a little bit longer anyway. But the Scottish player now has the massive chip lead.
Yes, it's just a call. That's interesting. You don't want to be committed in that pot.
It looked a little bit trappy to me there, as if he was hoping he might just shove over the top.
It's a bit light. So we've got 3 clubs.
5 Jack 6. Ben says 20. Warren says I call, so they're all in. So Warren has 2, 3, 4, 10.
So this is
and Ben has 9, ace, 4, 7. So we're looking like Ben's on for potentially the high with the draw, with the up and down straight draw.
This is more than just an up and down.
Yeah.
Every 2, every 3, every 4, every 7. So now there's the straight.
So
but the better low on the other hand.
Yes.
So the 6 changes nothing.
And it's going to be chopped, isn't it? It's going to be chopped up.
Oh, it's Ben. Oh, it's
I'm outnumbered.
So we've got to change a dealer, and we're welcoming Ben to the table to deal, which has made player Ben very happy. His namesake is now dealing him cards. So
got a raise to 30,000.
He says let's. Warren says let's go.
So ace 3, 4, ace 3 of spades. Spades.
So it's going to be all there,
it's
isn't
over.
it? It's a pair of queens for Ben, and the ace 4 plays for the low. So Ben is going to win this, and he is going to be our Omaha high-low champion for this year. Very well played to Ben Burnhill.
Again,
absolutely superb. So Warren will finish runner-up. We're going to get some photos sorted. Thank you very much to you, Ben, for helping me out with the commentary towards the end of that.
I appreciate.
Excellent. And we'll be back for the short deck final later on this evening. If for anyone who's still up, well, if you are, but if not, we'll catch you for some more streaming later on in the week. But from Vienna for the moment, thanks very much. Goodbye.
Thank you. Stay tuned.
They'll do that.